Is your garden looking more like a graveyard than a flourishing paradise? Don't despair. Watching your beloved plants wilt and wither is honestly heartbreaking, but this comprehensive guide reveals the secrets to rescuing your dying plants. Imagine transforming your struggling garden into a thriving oasis where vibrant flowers and lush vegetables flourish once again. Together, we'll breathe life back into your plants and equip you with the knowledge to prevent future crises. Recognizing the SOS signs. When your garden calls for help, your plants are constantly communicating with you, sending distress signals long before they reach the point of no return. Wilting leaves that hang limp, despite adequate moisture, often indicate root problems or transplant shock. Yellowing foliage, particularly when it starts from the bottom leaves and works upward, frequently signals nutrient deficiencies or overwatering issues. Brown, crispy leaf edges typically point to inconsistent watering, low humidity, or salt buildup in the soil. Stunted growth is another critical warning sign that many gardeners overlook. When your vegetables remain small and your flowers refuse to bloom despite proper care timing, underlying soil issues or pest problems are likely at play. Black or mushy stems indicate serious fungal infections that require immediate attention, while sudden leaf drop suggests environmental stress or root damage. These visual cues serve as your garden's emergency broadcast system, and learning to interpret them quickly can mean the difference between plant recovery and total loss. Diagnosing the root cause detective work in the garden. Effective plant rescue begins with accurate diagnosis, and honestly, that's key. Start by examining the soil moisture level several inches below the surface using your finger or a moisture meter. Overwatering kills more plants than drought, creating anaerobic conditions that suffocate roots and promote deadly fungal infections. Conversely, chronic underwatering causes cellular damage that may not be immediately reversible even with proper irrigation. Soil quality issues often masquerade as other problems, making soil testing an essential diagnostic tool. Compacted soil prevents proper root development and water infiltration, while pH imbalances can lock up nutrients even in fertile ground. Poor drainage creates waterlogged conditions that mimic overwatering symptoms, whereas sandy soil that drains too quickly can leave plants perpetually thirsty despite frequent watering attempts. Pest and disease identification requires close inspection of leaves, stems, and surrounding soil. Aphids cluster on new growth and leaf undersides, leaving behind sticky honeydew and causing leaf curl. Spider mites create fine webbing and stippled leaves that eventually turn bronze. The Emergency Rescue Protocol. Immediate intervention strategies. Once you've identified the problem, swift action becomes crucial for plant survival. For severely dehydrated plants, resist the urge to flood them with water immediately. Instead, begin with light, frequent watering to gradually rehydrate the root system without shocking it further. Deeply water in the early morning or evening to minimize evaporation and allow plants to absorb moisture effectively throughout the day or night. Soil rehabilitation often requires immediate amendments to create optimal growing conditions. For compacted soil, carefully loosen the area around struggling plants without damaging roots, then incorporate organic matter like compost or aged manure to improve structure and drainage. If drainage is the primary issue, consider creating raised beds or adding coarse sand and perlite to heavy clay soils. For sandy soils that drain too quickly, work in moisture-retaining materials like coconut coir or well-composted organic matter. Addressing pest infestations requires targeted approaches that won't further stress vulnerable plants. Beneficial insects like ladybugs and predatory mites can naturally control aphid and spider mite populations, while neem oil provides gentle yet effective treatment for various soft-bodied pests. For fungal diseases, improve air circulation around affected plants and apply organic fungicides containing Bacillus subtilis or copper soap, ensuring you treat during cooler parts of the day to prevent leaf burn. Advanced revival techniques. Surgical precision for plant recovery. Strategic pruning serves as plant surgery, removing diseased or damaged tissue while redirecting energy toward healthy growth. Begin by sterilizing your pruning tools with rubbing alcohol to prevent disease spread, then remove all obviously dead, diseased, or damaged plant material. Cut back to healthy tissue, making clean cuts just above growth nodes or leaf junctions to encourage new development. For severely stressed plants, consider removing up to 1/3 of the foliage to reduce water demand while the root system recovers. Root system rehabilitation sometimes requires more dramatic intervention. Gently excavate around the root zone to inspect for rot, circling roots, or physical damage. Black, mushy roots must be removed completely, while circling roots should be carefully teased apart or scored to encourage outward growth. After root pruning, replant at the proper depth and water thoroughly with a dilute root hormone solution to stimulate new root development. Nutritional therapy can jumpstart recovery in plants suffering from deficiencies. Foliar feeding with diluted liquid fertilizer provides immediate nutrient uptake through leaf surfaces, bypassing potentially damaged root systems. Focus on balanced fertilizers with micronutrients, or use specific formulations targeting identified deficiencies such as iron chelate for chlorotic leaves or bone meal for phosphorus-deficient plants showing poor flowering or fruiting. Building long-term plant resilience prevention is the best medicine. Creating optimal growing conditions prevents most plant health crises before they begin. Site selection plays a crucial role in plant success, matching each species' specific requirements for sunlight, drainage, and space. Soil health maintenance through regular organic matter additions creates a foundation for thriving plants. Establishing consistent care routines helps you catch problems early while maintaining optimal growing conditions. Plant rescue isn't just about saving individual specimens, it's about developing the skills and knowledge that make you a more effective gardener overall. Every plant you successfully revive teaches valuable lessons about plant biology, environmental factors, and preventive care that will benefit your entire garden for years to come. Remember that patience plays a crucial role in plant recovery. While some interventions show immediate results, full recovery often takes weeks or even months depending on the severity of the problem and the plant's natural growth rate. Monitor your rescued plants carefully, adjusting care as they show signs of improvement, and don't be discouraged by initial setbacks in the recovery process. If you found these plant rescue techniques helpful and want to see your garden transform from struggling to spectacular, make sure to subscribe to Smart Garden for more expert gardening advice. Share this guide with fellow gardeners who might be facing similar challenges. Together, we can create thriving gardens that bring joy and abundance to our lives. Your plants are counting on you, and with these tools, you're ready to answer their call for help.